Running towards the guy she had a huge crush on, forgetting her and his surroundings, she approached him, who was standing with his friends, having a cold expression on his face. Tapping on his back, she called him, gaining his and his friend's attention. Jungkook. Turning around, he looked at her but didn't say anything. He was looking at her coldly. Bang Jungkook, how are you? She asked cheerfully, but got a simply note, making the spark in her eyes disappear. But still, she said, "This is for you, Jungkook." She forwarded a card which she made for him. Jungkook looked at it, but then lazily took it. Mark, Jungkook's friend, said, "What is it? A love letter?" Van shook her head hurriedly, and Jungkook also looked at her. Why, nothing. It's nothing like that. It's something different. I will see you later, Jungkook. She dashed from there, and JK opened it. Van ran and hid behind the wall and looked at him secretly. Jungkook's puff. I was with my friends. We were discussing about the function, and then Van came. She handed me the letter. I know she has a crush on me like other girls of campus. Sometimes I don't like her approaching me because she never. See the surroundings and approach me anywhere in front of all my friends. I don't want to be the attention spot, so I hate it. Sometimes she behaves so clingy, which irritates me, but I know her tensions are different. She is sweet and soft, not like others. Attitude is not even her thing. I open the letter and saw, as usual, my pictures, which she took secretly in university, and her emotions, which she showed in it. I won't lie, but I love it because I find it different that how she gives me importance and time, and I want to appreciate it. But my life, it's that much mess that I'm scared of hurting her. Mark, hey, show us what is it. Jungkook gave an uninterested look at him and put that letter inside the bag. One saw it and she became happy and left. Jungkook, nothing interested. Mark, then why are you keeping it through it? Jungkook didn't say anything and Mark smirked because he knew him. Coming inside the campus, Jungkook went towards the locker and put his bag over there. He again felt a tap on his back and he turned around only to find Ban again. She smiled and said, How are you, Jungkook? Jungkook rolled his eyes and said coldly, You have just asked me this 15 minutes ago. Well, yeah, but before she could complete, she saw a feather in Jungkook's ear. So without her knowing, she raised her hand and touched his ears. Jungkook observed her action, and before she could touch his hair, he did jerked off her hand and looked at the corridor. Everyone was looking at him. He became angry and, what is it? Why are you touching me like that? Vine became shocked. Jungkook didn't shout it on her, but was angry, which she could see from his expression. He didn't shout it, or else everyone will look at them more. Vine, Jungkook there. Jungkook stopped. Vine, lecture is about to start. Saying that, he went from there, leaving her alone. She turned around and saw that some were looking at her, but some were minding her business. When a random girl approached her and asked, Hey Vine, what was Jungkook saying? He was looking angry. Vine, yes, he said, Why are these freeloaders here? Vine went from there and girl looked at her back shocked because she knew that Vine was mocking her and others. Vine was confused at why did he react like that. She never thought he would be that angry on her for touching her hairs. But good thing was no one hurt him and she didn't got humiliated. During the lecture, Jungkook was sitting at the back as he is the backbencher and Vine was sitting at the front. Jungkook's whole focus was on lecture, but Vine's focus was all in him. Time to time, she was turning back and was looking at him. He didn't saw her, but then Mark. Hey Jungkook, look, Vine is looking at you. Jungkook looked at friend and saw Vine looking at him. She smiled at him, but he didn't react it. He again focused on lecture and Vine also turned around, but then he again looked at her when she turned around. Soon all the middle benchers saw Vine looking at back and they also started looking at the back. which was irritating Jungkook because everyone knew that Vine had a crush on him and she was turning around for him. Few started talking about them, making him angry more. He glared at Vine, which she got, and she turned around and didn't turn back. But the gossips were all everywhere now. Mark chuckled and Jungkook glared at him. What? Mark, nothing, just love is in the air. Look, everyone knows that she is mad for you. Jungkook looked at him with an expression, but deep down he knew he was the center of attention from starting. Flashback. After the class, Jungkook was going towards the canteen with Mark when his father came. Jungkook looked at his father coldly because he knew he was not here to degrade him. Mark went on site, leaving him with his dad. Jungkook's father, you know, today is final practice and I will be there with my colleagues. Jungkook's father, so I hope you won't disappoint me. Jungkook chuckled mockingly and said, disappoint you or your so-called colleagues to whom you have so high self. I'm warning you, Jungkook, don't disappoint me or else you know what I can do. Jungkook looked at near him and saw student. Jungkook, don't shout, I'm warning you. You have humiliated me enough before, not anymore. What will you do? Stop my pocket money, take car from me, or throw me out of the house after blackmailing? Well, guess what, Mr. Jian? You have done all this before. I'm on my own now. I will show you in function. Jungkook was already in bad mood and worse was that he was late. His father was already inside and he knew that he got a chance to mock him now. Jungkook signed and ran towards the auditorium, but before that, Vine came and blocked his way. He stopped and looked at her. Jungkook, not now, Vine, seeing that he went towards the auditorium, but before that, he felt that someone back hugged him tightly and stopped him. He was shocked and Vine was getting nervous and scared. Jungkook removed her hand and glared at her. He was angry and fuming and she was stopping him, making him late more. Fine, Jungkook, please listen to me. Jungkook, I want to confess that, and I have been with you from the day I saw you. You must have got the idea before, but now I'm confessing it. Please accept it. And before she could complete, he burst. I don't have time for this. Listen to me. I don't like you, and moreover, that I hate your clumsy behavior. It irritates me. Now leave and don't disturb me again. I am already late. He ran from there, leaving her shocked and sad. She was hurt badly. Tears gathered in her eyes. She was hurt by his words. He don't like her. He gets irritated. All this was roaming inside her mind. A tear dropped from her eyes and she wiped it harshly. She thought that maybe he was feeling something for her. All those gifts, treats, and those cards which she gave him after every 2 days must have an impact. But no, she was wrong. He wasn't liking it at all. When I was wrong from the start. Maybe you think I'm like other girls, but no, it's not true. I love you truly, but looks like you don't like me. After 2 hours, Jungkook came out with Mark and he was smiling. Look at this smile, man. You nailed it in front of your dad. Mark gave shoulder cut to Jungkook and he chuckled. Let the final day come and see how he will react. Mark nodded and they left home. Next day, coming inside the university, her eyes were red and puffed, surrounded by dark circles. She didn't sleep whole night. She looked at front and saw Jungkook studying with his friends. She knew she had to do. She ignored him and started going inside the campus. Jungkook off. I was standing with my friends. The lecture was about to start, but my attention was on main gate. I was waiting for Van. When I went back home, I saw the card which she gave, and that reminds me of what I did to her. I was ashamed and tried to contact her, but I didn't have her number. I was restless while waiting for her. Suddenly, I saw her coming towards the campus. I gripped my bag tightly and waited because I knew she would come to greet me, but to my surprise, she passed by and didn't even look at me. I literally messed up. Jungkook one wait. Jungkook stopped her and she gulped when she heard him. He came in front of her and looked at her, but he was shocked when he noticed redness in her eyes. He gulped and said, "Man, actually, what I said yesterday, I didn't mean it." He got cut off when Wine gave him a slight fake smile and said, "It's okay, Jungkook. I appreciated that you showed me that how you felt when I irritate you. So it's okay. I didn't mind it at all. I'm okay with it. You don't have to feel bad." Down into tears, but she handled it and smiled. Jungkook could sense that how badly she was affected. He knew one thing about her, that she was soft and pure. Jungkook knew when its wine lecture is about to start. Jungkook wine went from there, leaving him in guilt. He looked at her and felt bad. During the lecture, Wine was again sitting at front and Jungkook was at the back. How badly she wanted to see him, but she didn't. And Jungkook was only looking at her back. He was waiting for her to turn around, but she didn't. Mark, daily she comes to you, but today you went to her and now you are looking at her, but she is behaving like you don't exist. And maybe she don't have a crush on you anymore. Jungkook looked at him expressionless and said, "What do you mean that she don't have crush on me anymore?" Mark, well, maybe she like you anymore. Jungkook girlfriend again looked at Wang, who was focusing on the lecture. Mark smirked because he knew he hit the spot. Was it true that his words affected him like that? 2 days were passed, but Wang was ignoring him like he don't even exist. He was worried and was trying hard to talk to her, but she wasn't giving him any chance. But today was different. He was hopeful that today Vine will approach him and will give him the card because she do that after every 2 days. But to his surprise, Vine again ignored him and went inside the campus. He couldn't hold it and ran behind her, but on the entrance, Mark Martin said, "Oh, I know this guy. I heard that he has a crush on Vine and he's decided to confess to her." Jungkook shot him a glare and made a fist. Mark. "Well, I think she will accept him because he is a gentle and always help us. Let's go. We don't have time. Anything we don't need." Jungkook looked at Mark with a glare. Jungkook, don't what? Don't tell me that you like her. Jungkook didn't say anything and looked at Hein, who was going inside the class with that same guy. Mark secretly smirked and Jungkook was lost in his thoughts. He had class, but he didn't went inside. Jungkook came in the garden and sat on the floor, lost in his thoughts. He was thinking that why was he feeling hurt and jealous when he saw her with that guy and heard that he will confess. And when Mark said that she will accept him, he felt insecure. Mark came and sat beside him, being done. Just go and tell her that you like her, man. Jungkook looked at him shocked and he smacked his head. I don't know that I'm confused. Mark, come on, man. All of our friends are talking that from the time Ryan started ignoring Jungkook, he is behaving different. Jungkook closed his eyes and took a deep breath. Jungkook, she is clingy a little bit, but never crossed her minds. She is soft and don't have attitude. I hate it when she came to me and everyone looked at being the center of attention and then they gossip, but I like how she do many efforts to gain my attention and to win my heart. I like how she makes those cards for me with her own hand and how she expresses her emotions. But I'm scared, Mark, that how everyone will react, especially my father. Mark smiled and patted his head. First, you shouldn't care about others like her. Look, she don't care about what others say. Just do what she finds good, and she finds goodness by being with you. Second, center of attention. Well, you never told her that you don't like that people gossips about you, or I know she would have avoided it. Third, about your father. Well, as far as I know, he don't care. He only cares about reputation. Then why are you caring about him? Just go and live your life. At last, man, you don't like her. In fact, you love her. Just look at you, how worried you are. Junko was listening to everything carefully. Mark, you don't find a girl like her, and you know that. Maybe she can take a place in your heart as a family where you will find your comfort. Don't lose her, Jungkook. Jungkook nodded his head and hugged Mark. I have to talk to her. Mark, not now. I have a plan. Jungkook frowned and Mark told her his plan. That's a great. And like that, I will shut everyone. But Mark, what if she didn't accept me now? Mark, well, I think she will, but if she didn't, then you have to accept her decision like she did. How will he confess and how she will react? How Jungkook will handle his father was a big question mark. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for the next part.